Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. And today I'll be taking a brief look at this trailer, reacting to it of 1001 Threads of Mizan, I think it is. It looked like a cool co-op type of joint. They got some carpet riding up in here. It's gonna be multi-platform. Mayhaps have a little crossplay, so it don't matter if your boy's on Xbox. It don't matter if your boy is on the 5. It don't matter if your boy is on the PC. You all can converge together once more upon this game right here. 1001 Threads, Mizan. Let's let the trailer rock for a bit, and I'm gonna interject here and there as we see pre-alpha in-game footage. It's not captured on any specific device. You see what I'm saying? The visuals are looking crisp though. That's one thing about the showcase, the pre-alpha footages they've been showing. Shout out to Butch and the boys. They've been looking pretty goddamn crispy. Let's check it on out, brothers.
Come close, and I will tell you a tale of two worlds at war.
Tell us. Look at this.
Set ablaze by a smokeless flame.
I like that sound
and
also.
Fueled by those called to fight.
Okay. Oh.
Whispers on the desert wind come from those who are unseen.
Let's take a brief second to pause and look at the visual, the environmental. Of course, this is pre-alpha. You know, of course, this is they want to show us the best of the best they can show us right now. And it's not running off of a console. You see what I'm saying? But I'm liking the set. I'm liking the sands. It reminds me of that game, Atlas Fallen. You see what I'm saying? It's bringing me back into that type of mind state, dude, which me and the boy, the big homie with 7JP, we got to finish the Atlas Fallen. But got your 3 characters here. You know, one with a staff, one with a shield, and one looks to have a short sword or some daggers, as it were. And the carpet design is looking kind of dope. They kind of got a carpet / scarab looking. You see the pincers in the front, very Beetle-esque, as it were. Come on now. Shout out to the Muzak.
The Jinn.
Okay, some monsters. A whip. Okay, so we seen some action. We got the tank split his shield into some gauntlets. They became. And you had an individual, a sword that is also a whip. Shout out to Stuart Griffin, a whip. And we have the individual right here, the young lady, the warrior princess, if you will, with a spear stave type situation. They all three, the 3 musketeers, dismounted the carpet, dismounted, and proceeded to put belt to ass. Pwn the Jinn. Goodness gracious alive. Let's get it popping.
Once the children of Earth and the Jinn flourished, united
once upon a time,
until betrayal split their worlds apart.
Okay.
Now the
Oasis
veil is thinning.
Oh, man.
2 worlds collide as they wage a war of vengeance.
Oh shit! So it's a it's a spear that transforms into a goddamn bow. Goodness gracious, I never thought. I thought the spear was gonna be a stave and she was gonna be magicking it up, casting spells and such. But that joint transformed into a bow? Oh my goodness, I think I may have a main, brothers.
Yet many stories remain untold. To avoid destruction, we have but one hope.
The enemy design is pretty cool to look
So
into.
listen, heed my words. This story begins with you.
I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at that at all, individuals. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that look kind of clean. And of course, it's only a little taste, a little something with your tongue, a little something to set you to satiate your throat muscle. Pause. But that looked kind of crisp. That right there got my interest percolating. That right there got my arm hairs at attention. You see what I'm saying? I want to see some more. I'm wanting to see some more. I'm going to keep my eye out for this right cheer. I'm going to have to do it. I'm wondering. Well, no, I'm not wondering. Because you're not only at least from the presentation, you're going to be able to fight on the ground, in the sands. You're also going to be able to participate inside of some aerial combat facing the bigger jig. Now, how will that work? I don't know. Maybe it'd be like a wave type situation where, you're in the air, destroying certain weak points. And once they fall to their knees, you can then drop to the ground. And, once they fall to their knees, maybe it'd be like a bigger weak point opening up. And you then transition to the ground and tear that weak point up to do your main health bar damage. And in between doing that, it's also maybe smaller enemy mobs you got to take out to. I don't know. It's a bunch of ways they could take it to keep folk interested. I'm wondering buildability. I'm wondering, different affinities. I'm wondering how, will there be different weapons in the weapon type to do different, affinity damage, like flame damage, ice, etc. You get me? I got a lot of questions going on. I got a lot of asks. But I'm gonna keep my eyes on. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. I'm gonna stay keen on this right here because this look interesting. I'm liking this. This looks like I don't want to say fresh, but it looked like it could be an interesting avenue into the co-op live service situation. And it don't even necessarily got to be live service. It could be just co-op. You go through the campaign, through certain missions, watch your cutscenes, progress, so on and so forth. And once you beat it, you beat it. I wouldn't be mad at that for $34. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't be upset at all because you're getting to play with your homies. It's satisfying that itch. It's also satisfying your storage-driven individuals. It's also satisfying your build-crafted individuals. Perhaps, we don't know for sure, obviously, but it could be potentially satisfying that. It could be satisfying a whole lot of folks, and as long as they deliver, and as long as they manage the marketing appropriately, and keep people enticed and interested, and haven't shown this too early. Because if they showed this game and you ain't finna see it in about three, I was about to say 3 hours. You ain't gonna see it in 3 years. They popped that off a little too early. This is a game I like to see at maximum a year and a half. I know that's hey brother, year and a half. I don't understand. I don't know how they would keep you interested and locked in for longer than that. They've shown this now. Next time they show it, hopefully we get, maybe even some individual character breakdowns, character trailers. Then we get some gameplay deep dive. Then we get a story trailer. Drop that story trailer with a release date. You see what I'm saying? You only really got to show this joint. If it's within that time period, you only really got to show this joint maybe 3-4 more times. But make sure it's different. You don't want to harp on the same thing. You don't want to do that. That right there kind of have people hand waving. You see what I'm saying? Drop a, and look here. Before you even drop that story trailer, that last trailer, drop you a beta. Drop you a closed or open. Don't make no. Nah, you wanna have that open. You wanna have that open. If you drop you a closed one, do it right after you do like a character trailer, or say if this is releasing in a year and a half. A year and a half. Say if it is in a year, drop that closed beta. 3 months after that, open beta. A month before release, another open beta. Do it like that, because you gotta let folk get involved. You don't want to have a situation where, and I'm gonna bring up High Guard, I enjoy High Guard for what it was. High Guard was a solid game. It was a solid game. I think what they should have done was after that Game Awards, beta right then and there. Beta right then and there. Get all the feedback you need to get. Feedback make games better. We see that with all these early access games and how they get Game of the Year nominations. And it obviously they're gonna get Game of the Year nominations because when you've had this early access with the players helping you build, how can you make a bag? It's impossible. It's impossible. You got a game in early access for 2-3 years. It's a game of the year. Only way that's not gonna be game of the year is if you, as the individual who are building the game, is incompetent. Because ain't no way you gonna be able to you do that and then produce a game that's not good. I don't get it. Unless at its core you got some bull job. But game like this here, follow those steps, and you gonna have, as long as the game is good, you gonna have a player base 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months. Come on now. And if this is not a free to play, if you done drop this $30, $40, and you maintain a bit of momentum for that 3 to 6 months, and you got some stuff in here like, okay, let's say, what could they monetize? Because I'm trying to think of something they could potentially monetize without adding the battle pass, without adding, you know what I'm saying, without doing this kind of stuff that people say they frown on. It's just the optics of it, because people actually do engage with this kind of thing. If you look at these games, people actually do engage in seasonal content. People actually do engage in buying and purchasing microtransactions. They do. They just don't, for whatever reason. It's a vocal minority on the line who like frown down upon this. So if they could find a way to even make those individuals say, oh, well, that's not bad. Oh, well, that's understandable. You see what I'm saying? If they could find a way to do that, I think they might have something. As long as the gameplay is proper, because visually, they got some. Thematically, they got some. Art style wise, they got some. It's just, we need the game to look as close to this. Like, you know, like they can't drop a trailer like this and this joint be top down. They can't drop a trailer like this and this joint be asymmetrical. I forget the perspective, what the perspective is called. Nah, brothers. Nah, we need some top tier third person visuals. We need haptic feedbacks. We need all them. We need them on 1001. We need stuff to get folks involved, bro. We need, because this is gonna be on our platform. We need specialty skins, bro. On PlayStation 5, like how Crimson Moon doing. If you get that joint on Steam, you got you a skin. You get that joint on Epic, you got you a skin. You get that joint on the 5, you got you a skin. Whatever system you getting this on, have some special representative of it. So even if you do go into some cross-play and you playing with some individuals you may or may not know, they might be rocking the Steam skin. You might be rocking it. It's stuff, little cool stuff like that. And then it's on the game dev to also keep that hype going. Once that game releases, have some kind of community highlight system where different people are taking down a certain boss in a certain amount of time. Showcase that kind of stuff. Teamwork. Now, with this game, have teamwork ability, team up abilities. You see what I'm saying? You got to have stuff like that. Keep folk engaged. These type of mechanics are imperative. It's imperative to have that type of stuff. Keep folk busy in this stuff. And make sure you highlight your community. You got people doing screenshot contests and all this type of stuff. You got to have stuff like that. You got a multiplayer game. You got a game that you expect for the folk to build a community around. You got to have it. You got to have it. You see what I'm saying? That's all I got for you right now. I'm not going to drag it out no longer. Drop a like, drop a comment. Does this look cool to you, brothers? Does it look cool to you, sisters? Drop a subscribe. Hit the do the stuff on the YouTube that they present for you to do. Help the boy out. Help the boy hit 300. You see what I'm saying? Catch y'all inside the next one. I'm gone.